I'm building it as we go. We're building it on the air.
Is this madness that you created?
Okay, so this is Breaking the Chains, episode 4, where Jim Lujan and Cory Kerr, myself, collaborate live on the air. So we're gonna do some file cleanup, which I'm sure is gonna be super interesting.
And I have no idea what Cory's about to show me, so I'm excited. It's the first time I get to see it too.
Cool. Okay. This is the show. Who Jim Lujan and Cory Kerr collaborate live.
Cory, my manager talked to your agent and told you to add sound effects to that at least.
I know. And instead of doing that, I finished this other animation that's working.
Would you rather have a fully rendered and sound effect opening and no final project?
Yeah, given the choice, I don't know. Maybe I made the wrong call.
I don't know where my priorities are all messed up. So this is amazing. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. Cory, what program is this you're using now?
This is After Effects, and you got me stuff in Photoshop.
Really? Oh, there's Wayne. So let's introduce the audience to these characters real quick.
Okay.
Right here is Wayne, Unchained Wayne, aka the Terror of Tucson, aka Hurricane Wayne, aka World War Wayne, the bringer of pain. He's 5'5" of razor sharp intensity, about 107 pounds of just wiry muscle. And look at so many layers. He's a very complex individual. There's a jaw layer. So Cory's showing off all the layers that I cut up. I even put his mustache on a different layer for you, Cory.
You did, which is going to be awesome.
Wow.
One thing though, with the eyebrows, make those 2 layers.
Yes, like one eyebrow. Each so he can do the rock. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Wayne. Let's jump to the girls. Let's show them.
Let me just while I'm here.
Wow, that's awkward looking.
Yeah.
So you're debrowing him?
Oops. Yeah, I'm just gonna split that into 2.
I had my friend Ben Davis gave me a really great compliment today. He said he's enjoying the After Effects show, and
good.
Yeah, he's been in After Effects for a long time. So even advanced people are watching the show. Exciting. All right.
And these guys.
All right. So let's zoom in on one particular gentleman right there. The gentleman with the blondie locks and the golden rat tail, that's Curtis. And Curtis enjoys Tanqueray. He also enjoys deep gin.
Okay.
He enjoys he was really into Deep House a few years back, but lately he's more into like a more ambient blend of electronica, but he's also got a criminal record. So that's the record he plays most.
Yeah.
So let's jump to the next guy. This next gentleman here is everyone needs a kind of non-talkative, Silent Bob-ish sidekick. And this gentleman's name is Marco. Marco was originally born in Tallahassee, but he relocated to El Paso because of legal reasons. Mainly the police were probably after him. And he doesn't say much, but when he does say stuff, it's really stupid. So Marco.
Let me ask you this. Are you making these up on the fly right now?
Why would I ever do that? Oh, come on, Cory. You're misunderestimating me. This is, on the left hand, is Veronica. Veronica enjoys John Mayer and long walks on the beach. Unfortunately, she lives in El Paso, Texas. I don't think there's a beach there, is there? I don't know. This is Kelly. Kelly's fun. Kelly likes to party, and Kelly don't take no guff. So don't give her guff. And if you do, keep the receipt because she's going to take it back. All right. And then right here is this lovely lady right here. Her name's Denise. Denise is girls just want to have fun, and Denise just wants to have alcohol. But she's kind of the most sensible of the crew there. and she's going to get into a verbal altercation with our friend Jock Bro, because Jock Bro just likes to party, and if you don't like to party, then you can't keep up with Jock Bro, and we're going to find out what happens when that happens. And there's headless Jock Bro. He just lost his head again. The weirdest art piece that should be hanging on someone's wall. It's like MODOK. Remember MODOK from Marvel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember MODOK.
Anyways,
Okay.
this is Brodock.
Brodock. Let's do it. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is I think you've got some settings that are leaving some of your brushwork transparent.
Yes, but you know what happened on this one? I could tell you what happened. Well, there's a couple things that happened. Yes, the opacity somehow got jacked up on that one. I don't know if is it always like that, or is it just sometimes?
It's like that on a lot of the black lines.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on. I have to check my brush opacity. If we have any viewers that are Procreate experts, I'll do a YouTube search on that too. You know what we should do on this show? We should do a YouTube search and then just watch the entire video, like 19-minute video, and then come back and call it our show, and then title it.
That'd be good. There's one thing that is really an easy fix with that. So let me just zoom in on this. So if you zoom in and you notice that Curtis's head, I just go like this, and then I press Command J 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then
are you in Photoshop, by the way? What are you?
Yeah. Okay. And then I press Command E. It just smashes them back down.
Oh wow! So you just make duplicate layers and then smash them back down?
Yeah.
And that fixes the line.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing with a lot of this stuff. So torso, same thing. Good. Grab this, Command J, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that up.
I wonder if that works, and I wonder if I do the same thing within Procreate, if that'll work, because I can do. It's really easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not super familiar.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. That's really cool.
But yeah, so that is, I had a similar problem because I draw stuff when I'm on the iPad with Sketchbook. And for some reason the fill. So when you're doing the bucket fill, I have the same problem. Oh, it
doesn't. It's like a. So will that solve that problem too? It'll make things more full, like when you. Oh, okay. So
yeah.
I'll try and do that. You have to do that with every layer, though, right?
Yeah. So like,
can you select multiple layers and do that?
Yeah. Yes. Let's do chain, rat tail, and eyes.
That's a really great Kurt Vonnegut novel, by the way.
Yeah, chain, rat tail, and eyes.
Yeah, it was really good. I read that in college.
So you can do it, but the problem is it keeps it in a group, so then you have to reorganize.
Yeah, gotcha. All right.
You could come in. Have you done actions?
Yes. And now I'm gonna. So when you're doing the action on this one, you're gonna tell it to select all layers, merge all.
I wouldn't do all layers. I would select a layer. See, I use a Stream Deck, which I can show you. Let me pull that up on the screen. And it's like this. And so if I wanted to do this, I would just go Stream Deck, multi-action, and then I can drag and drop stuff. So I'd go hotkey, Command J, and then I can copy that a few times. But I would just do that. And so then when I come over here, I can grab, let's see, where's the problem? This bottle. Okay, so forum. So I hit that button and it does all those for me.
Oh, okay.
And then I just.
Or I could just hit Command J.
Yeah, so either way.
Yeah. All right, I'll start doing that. That's a good tip. Thank you. I did not know.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the only thing there. And then the let me get rid of all these arms. This arm, hold on. Okay, I didn't notice that until now. So he's still got the arms attached to the torso.
Does that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I detached them.
Yeah, so I can just I can just cut those up, but
yeah, I must have missed that somehow.
that's all right. So I'll just come in like this. Oop.
Because I want to see what you do with the ends of them. Are you doing the whole thing?
I was going to, but then my stupid computer gave me some notification that like killed something. So let me just go down here like this. Yeah, and then I wanted to talk about elbows. So yeah. I'm just gonna cut this out.
You get part of the blue out too?
Yeah, because I'll color it in. So I'm just gonna copy this, and then I press Control Shift V, which pastes it exactly in the same spot. And then I'll hide that one, and now I can cut this out. So I'm just gonna do like a rough cut real quick. Why is my spacebar not working? So that, and then I'll come in, eraser tool. Oh, that's big.
You don't want that eraser.
What size?
Or do you?
Oh, why is my eraser so gigantic? Oh, it's ridiculous.
So
I just kind of come in and clean that up, and then I'll usually come in and add a line back in just to kind of make it look a little bit more fluid. Then I've got this. And so what I'll do is the opposite of that. So I'll come in here, erase all this, and then I'll add just a little bit of it inside. And probably the easiest way to do this is like a layer underneath. And so I kind of just do it a little bit round. Let's fill it in real quick. Okay, I must have missed. There we go. Fun part about doing this on the air.
There's a setting too you can set, right? That it'll fill in gaps.
Is there?
I know in Flash there was. I don't know.
I'm not aware of it. If there is,
well, zoom in a little bit to that. I'm seeing if you're getting that little fringe that I always get when it fills.
So when I fill it,
why does it do that?
Because I have aliasing on the brush, and so there's just a little bit of whatever. So I'll fill it, and then I just do another little lap around. So now that I've got that, then I just kind of clean that up a little bit like this. So it's going to come in and kind of line that part up. And if you want lines, you can kind of add some line work right along the top here like that. And that way I can rotate it and it'll still show up. And then I just smash those together. Put that behind the torso. And then,
Got it. Yeah.
So I might come in and just continue to clean this up just a little bit. But the nice thing about it is now, I can rotate this arm. And I can have it come out this way.
A little bit. Yeah, that looks nice. It looks nice.
And then I noticed, was it on this guy? Hold on. Forearms. I think it was in this one. Yeah. So this I would do the same thing. So let's get forearm 2 and bicep 2. Let's just have those. So instead of just a hard cut like that, I'd round one of these out.
Right.
And that way I can do it. And usually I pivot on the elbow rather than on whatever this is called, the fold. And so if these two match up, like if I were to let me add a layer here so I can kind of talk about, and I don't know if this is a good way to do it, but this is the way I do it. So if the two layers kind of match right there, and this top one can rotate back and forth around this. So the rotation happens.
Where did I cut it at? I think I might have made a mistake.
Yeah, so you cut it right there.
Where should I have cut it? Because that looks.
So what I would do is I like the top there.
Mhm.
But let me just lower the opacity of this so I can see what's going on. So I like the top there, but I would come in and right at that crease, and then I would come down to the elbow. And that way it can pivot right on that elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I would have that black line cutting into his.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So then anyway, if I bring this back up, and then this is just the same thing. I just come in and kind of connect this down, and I kind of give myself like a big loop there. And then I can come in and fill that in. I don't know. There's better ways to do this, but it doesn't matter because most of this is going to be underneath. So like a little nub, like somebody who lost an arm. And then when that rotates, it just reveals or whatever.
Okay. Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I'm obviously drawing these characters ahead of time and then chop them up, but I can do that. I can take a little extra.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
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 I haven't done any of their legs either.
I mean, unless they're going to move them, we don't.
Not really. No, nothing yet. No.
I mean, you haven't written into the script somebody doing like deep lunges.
Yeah, he was doing squats.
Right.
But, yeah.
As long as you don't have him like riding a bicycle or something.
As he's talking, yeah, he just there's like a stationary bike in the bar and trying to ruin your life and animatically.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean the rest of it is good. It's just mainly that opacity thing.
I'll keep an eye on that. That's good. That's good to know too. That fix is excellent. That's way easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I'm still adjusting. Somebody the other night said the slingshot method.
Yeah, the slingshot. Yeah, that was Jake.
Jacob. Yeah. That was really good because that's how I feel right now. I feel like it's so foreign to me to chop up a character like this. Not really, because I've kind of done it before. Like I said, with my own stuff. The eye method that we're using is exactly what I've done. Like if you look at Lars Lazarus, that's totally what I do right now.
Right, just holes in their face with eyes.
Yeah. That's I do that with a lot. And sometimes I don't do it at all, but for the most part, I'll do that. So that's not foreign, but like I'm used to drawing somebody in a pose already. You know what I mean? Like a guy like that. So to think it out and go, okay, I have to draw it so that his arm can be like that. However, it's really cool because the stuff I give you, it's like you're doing like super magic with it. Like you're doing a really great job. And like these, I didn't draw any bottles or anything, obviously. So I'm thinking maybe they each have a bottle or two in front of them. I know you got that.
Because we already.
You want me to send you some glasses and things like that? Things just for tables and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of it like is going to be so blurred out that I don't even know if we're going to see it.
No. Yeah, I'm saying on the girls in that particular shot.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
we could do that.
And I don't know what we're going to do for under the table if we see under the table. I haven't thought that out. If there's a way we can fake it, I don't know. I didn't put a tablecloth on it.
If you give me one leg, I can just copy that 5 times.
You know what? You mean a moving one or
no? I mean, if you just give me like from like the knee down, because I would imagine they're like sitting, right? So they're
and actually
they're here, and their legs, their quads are coming at you, and their shins are going down. So you really only see like below the knee down.
Right. I can actually draw all 3 of them, like have one sitting like that and have one sitting like that. You know, you can just send those over real quick. I'll do that. That's all you need, though. You don't need the side views or anything like that. Just the we'll fake the rest.
It depends. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the shot, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have this angle.
You need the tops of their heads too. I forgot.
Yeah, so kind of side top of their head right here, or the back of their head.
If I remember right, it's going to be. Let me think this out. It's going to be Veronica, the brown-haired girl, on the right, and then it would be the blonde one on the left.
Yes.
So that's Veronica.
The camera would be back here, and so they would be
flipped around.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'll send you
that shouldn't matter to you because you can just give me each layer and then I'll just set it up.
I'm making notes, man. Making notes.
Believe
it or not, artist Jim doesn't have a pen. He's gonna drop the Sharpie. Right with the Sharpie. So
there we go.
Girls, legs only shot. Okay. All right. So that's
okay. So on this shot right here, let me zoom in. I can raise the camera up so that we get him. Because how high are these tables? Like if I'm
normal table,
normal
table, like if you go to a restaurant that height.
Right, but
maybe a little bit higher, maybe a slightly higher, but not that much, not too much higher.
So these aren't the ones where you like have a stool and you're like pretty high off the ground. They're like normal restaurant tables.
That's a good question. Would it be easier to have him on a stool, or I wonder?
Well, since he's standing, there's a pretty decent height difference. So either the camera is going to look from a low angle through the girls up at him, or the table is going to be higher.
But we'll have them looking up at him because that was the original way I kind of designed it in my head a little bit. I don't know what kind of chairs they'll be sitting on, or I haven't drawn any chairs, or if there's a way to fake the chairs or something like that.
Well, if we don't need to see it, I can't remember if we have a shot.
We have one far shot.
Okay.
So I might have to, maybe I'll just draw one chair and then just.
Yeah, just draw one chair. And I mean, if I were you, I would draw one chair and one set of legs from the waist down and just change the skin color and the skirt.
Okay.
And then copy it over because it's going to be a wide shot. So it's not like anybody's going to get a microscope out and pause the video and go look at it. There's
a whole group of people with microscopes that do that.
They like zooming in on pixels like that.
Yeah, it's a fetish.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I will move him down. I mean, obviously, I needed to reframe it anyway. So he'll be... Man, that makes him look really short.
Yeah, so he should be... The table just should be...
Lower?
Yes, the table just should be lower in that particular shot. Because this is a different shot than when he slams down the...
Yeah.
Yeah, so the table will be a lot lower. Oh my God, a lot lower. In fact, you look at the thumbnail of it. I don't know if do you see the table in that shot really? I mean, it's at least that low, at least. And
I maybe do something like that just to.
Yeah, it could be scaled even smaller too. The bottles, I mean. Yeah, it could be.
Okay, I'll look when I get their heads. I'll look at what.
Okay. Yeah.
What makes sense. I've got some keyframes.
One thing, and I don't really won't dwell on it, but I didn't put any like if this was a real Hollywood production and we had a team of people helping. Damn it! I forgot to put lighting on him or any kind of shading or anything like that, or color or anything.
What do you want? Do you want him just dimmer?
Maybe, yeah. Let's dim them down a little bit.
Where did he go?
I definitely, if it's possible, you know what you did to the bottle with the yellow line on the side.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe something on and off, blinking like that, just a little bit, just to showing that there's some kind of light hitting from a far away source.
Why don't you take this file?
Yeah.
And then just draw that lighting in because I can just bring that in as a new layer. And
here's the challenge though: we have to do it on the arms though too.
Yeah. So is it worth it? Or let me try.
I don't know.
Lower it just a little bit. I'll just do a little bit of
yeah. Let's experiment with it.
And let's just drop.
It says the man who's feeling lazy. Because that might work. We might just be able to get away with that. It'll spotlight him anyways. I've done that before, where the main characters are brighter than their surroundings.
Yeah, I mean, if I just drop him a little bit,
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Is there a way to adjust the color scheme for all of the layers of this guy at once? Like we wanted him to be a little tint more blue or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh,
so I wanted to
try that. Yeah, that's it. No, I'm kidding. No, not that. No, just slightly. Like,
yeah,
just
so
go a little bit more blue. I should have done this when I sent it to you, but that's okay. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just darkness.
I might have to play with it.
You know what? It was just the brightness, I think. Just maybe turn that down a little bit.
A little bit more.
Just slightly.
I haven't done any.
Yeah, that's good. Right there.
Yeah.
That's good.
I haven't done any real lighting or anything in this shot yet at all. So
yeah, it's gonna be good. It's good. Look at all that lighting I did on the background characters.
I know.
They get more love than the main characters. What's up with that?
So this is like,
he's got a fully articulated mouth, though they don't. So,
oh, that's that guy, and he has light.
Yeah, they all have that
Oh,
yellow.
there it is. Okay,
blinks or whatever, or it turns on and off.
Okay, so I will.
And the signs have light too.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go in.
That sign in the back says Red Horse. That's my brother had a band. My brother Bob was in a band called Red Horse.
Oh, cool. So I'll just have all the light link up. And where's the light? This is the whole background shot.
All right.
Oh, and so then the wood beam frenzy light. There's that one. Okay.
So I put the wood beam on a layer too. So if you want to have somebody in front, like the girl with the auburn hair to the right, yeah, she'd be in front of it. And then the guy in the background maybe could walk behind it or something.
Yeah. For that.
Have at it. So all of the signs have lights that blink if you want them to.
Okay.
And if you ever want to add something to the blink and stuff. So now that guy, oh, he looks like he's floating. See the guy in the white wife beater t-shirt?
Yeah.
I wonder if we should put a line around his outline of his pants so that you can see that he's not floating. I didn't realize that would happen.
Yeah, do you want... I mean, I can just move him.
Or that, yeah.
Different position.
Yeah, whatever. Because he's black. It's black on black right now. You can't really see that. Also, the bottom of their feet. So some of the people don't have feet, I don't think, or do they? Or is they just blocked out?
I don't know. Something seems to be covering them. I'm not sure what's going on. Because what I did is I copied the other.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the table. But what is there? Hold on.
It might.
What is this down here? Let me turn the camera's driving me nuts. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the blur off so I can see what's going on.
Very interesting.
Yeah, for right now, blur level will be 0. I don't know what that is. There's like do they have feet in the file? There's just something.
They might, but I don't.
I wonder if. Let's
check my file.
Let's just look at the file. Where's my people? Let my people go. Bald guy. Reveal and explore. And let's take a look.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if
did Procreate chop him off?
Yeah, Procreate chops stuff off. Man, I hate that about Procreate.
So I can just readjust it. Because I mean, they could all be a little bit smaller anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work too. We'll figure it out.
I'll just push them further back and then lower them.
Yeah.
and I don't have to do that on the air.
So this weekend, I'll be working on the dialogue too. So we'll have, I don't know how many shots we'll have covered, but we'll at least have 2 or 3 shots covered with the dialogue. I'll try to get a lot of the Jock Bros dialogue, maybe a little bit of his friends, and then mainly the girls too, talking. And
so if we lower them, then that would indicate that the camera is looking up at him, which would be fine because that's a little bit more of like the girl's point of view anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to if they're like this and then that gets lowered. Yeah, I think they would drop.
Yeah, if their heads are here and they're looking up, then those people would be lower.
Yeah. So I'll just drop everybody.
Unless they're giants.
So consider yourselves all dropped.
There you go. Yeah, that's probably a lot better. It actually opens it up a little bit more, and they're going to be blurred out too.
Yeah, so the blur will be.
His friends are going to be. We haven't added the friends yet on the right-hand side. That's another thing too. If you want to shrink anybody and reposition them, like throw somebody way to the back, that's fine with me too.
Here, I'll drop them. I'll drop them back. Let's just grab everybody. And the background, and let's just pull all of this. Let's give ourselves a lot more room. We'll drop that way back like that. Okay, and then I'll take the background. I'll scale that up.
And then to hide the feet missing, we could
dead bodies. Just laying up.
Dead bodies all over the ground. They're in mud.
It's a foam party.
Cory, just put black shoes on everybody.
There we go. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I could do. What if we did something like this? Is this like a super cheat? What if I just made a layer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm doing this in Photoshop. Let's do it over here. I'll do it in Photoshop. It'll be easier. Okay, so what if I just come in and give me 1920 by 1080, and let's get a new layer. Tell me if this looks totally stupid.
I hope it does, because then it'll add some levity to our.
I want that to be black, and I want it to be linear. So I'm just going to do that. Get rid of this.
My phone just told me Cory Kerr is live. I want to go watch it.
Oh, you should. I hear he's a pretty cool dude. Fade, black fade is what we'll call that.
I think you're thinking my language, because I'm kind of thinking that too, like a just where kind of the black just kind of
cheated. Yeah, the light doesn't go that far in this.
Yeah, happens in bars sometimes. Like, you ever watch Lost? The smoke monster comes into bars all the time.
Yeah, totally. So I'm just going to come here like this, and then let's just import a lovely black fade. And take this bad boy.
One thing I'm learning, man, is that you're like the master of layers. You just like open a layer like that, like they cost nothing.
Those pixels are expensive, but they. I need. Where is this? Oh, that's why. Drop back behind my man.
Yeah, I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going with this. Except for, I don't know how you. Oh, the camera's more rectangular, so it'll only. Yes.
What's that?
I like it, Cory. It gives it a weird feel too.
There we go.
I like it.
Good feel.
What is the framing gonna look like?
It'll. Well, right now it's like this, but I can change it. I moved the background around, so I have to resize that.
Screen's more rectangular, right?
No, it's hold on, let me get this to fit. No, this one to fit. So that's the shot.
Okay.
And then I just haven't moved all the pieces and everything around yet.
Yeah, but that's So you'll move the people out more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I like how with the blurs and stuff like that, because in live action, a lot of times you can't really tell what you can associate what something is, but you can't really tell with the lights and stuff in the bar. It's kind of the feel I wanted to get with this too.
Yeah. It'll be more about that blurred. I'll make the drinks smaller and spread them out more.
All right.
And then we'll have kind of a head here, crony.
When you render out a shot like that first opening bar shot, what's the file size usually? Is it pretty manageable, or are they does After Effects create huge MP4 files?
They're not giant. So it is. What size is it?
I've always hated that icon, by the way. That cone. It always looks like there's an error.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a positive thing. It's almost like beep beep. Computer cannot.
Well, I think that's what we get for using Windows.
Yeah, they need to come up with a smiley face or something, because that's just.
Well, it's VLC. It's open source. Open source.
They should have just had a V and an L and a C. Cone just says like your computer cannot, calculate this. But anyways, that's me.
So 15 megabytes.
Oh, that's nothing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's nothing at all. Wow, that's great. Okay. Excitement.
Yeah. So so that was mainly it. So I'll go in and finish kind of framing this up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if I want it that blurred. I probably want the background that blurred, but maybe
I mean a little bit less blurred.
Yeah, so I'll play with the aperture a little bit.
All right. And that camera is built in, that Z space or whatever is built into After Effects.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah. So
if you wanted to, you could zoom in and go like.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Watch, I could come in and just do some action like this. Like, I'll turn on point of interest, and then we'll.
You cover this in your tutorial? I
do.
Dang it, man! I have so many to watch. How many are there?
I don't know.
Wow, this is what we pay hard money for right here.
This is why I get the big bucks.
Yeah.
And then it'll take a minute to render out because of all the blurring. But yeah, it'll do a slow push in. Right now the bottles aren't reacting like they should. They're like fixed to the camera for some reason. So there's some sort of error going on there.
But I get it. I love it. I love it how the background moves and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender with my daughter today. And there's an episode where Aang, like, he's having nightmares, so he stops sleeping, so he starts to hallucinate. And Appa and Momo get into this like classic anime fight. And there's this shot where the camera is like tracking to the right. And I was like, oh, that's sweet parallax, because the background was going this way, and then right in front of Momo, his sword was slowly traveling across his face. And it was just this nice little parallax just for 3 seconds.
You ever see a movie called Have a Nice Day? It's a Chinese movie.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
What's the guy's name? His name is like an anagram of my name, not Lou J or something like that.
Oh, okay.
J Lou. But anyways, there's just like no camera movement in it. It's just all like stills and stuff like that. But it's done so well. See, that looks great. Yeah. I mean, I know things are not placed and stuff like that, but I'm just saying the concept of that looks so smooth. So you can like do full camera movements, and you don't do your zooms in After Effects though, really. You do them in like the editing.
No, I do all my camera work I do it all in After Effects.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think when I did No Shoes, No Shirt, No Service, I think I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all this. Yeah. All right. Cool. Very nice.
And it really looks good. Those bottles are driving me nuts. It really looks good if you track side to side in a shot like this.
Oh my God. That's the other thing too. I'm looking forward. In fact, we should have done it in this one of a long bar shot,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what, Corey? Maybe I'll add a bar shot of people sitting at the bar. And
just track by them.
Yeah, maybe I'm wondering if it doesn't open with that shot, I don't know. Yeah, it might be good if we.
Have you seen the Indo-Exo shot that I did for episode 0, where I pushed this sword extreme?
Hold up, but I want to show you something real quick before I forget it because it just hit my mind.
Okay.
Okay, so. Okay, hang on a sec here. Okay. Okay. And I'll color the screen here so it has some shade.
Are you drawing right now?
Yes. Okay, look. Here's the idea for the shot. So, and it'll be a long shot. So let me station that. Okay. So the camera moves in. It's backwards. Camera moves in right here. Okay, and it goes.
Lower it for me a little bit.
I know, I'm trying to frame it. Okay, so the camera goes like this. And those are people sitting at the bar with their backs to the camera.
Right.
It goes for a long shot, and people are just not too much movement, maybe a little bit of movement. And then Wayne is in the foreground, kind of like this, kind of sipping his drink, but he's shadowed out kind of. So that's your first shot. And his eyes are maybe, because he's overhearing the conversation.
He's got an arm on the bar.
No, he's not at the bar. He's at a table in the foreground. So the bar's in the back, like where these characters are here.
Yeah.
These guys, whatever. And he's like in the foreground, and he's just kind of like, but bottle up to his face once in a while, and his face will be shadowed with, but his eyes will be like piercing white,
Yeah.
That's the first time you really kind of see him, but he's not totally silhouetted. You kind of get an idea of his face, and then there'll be an extreme close up of that too at some point, because that's kind of how I have it now, but I didn't have that panning shot like that. That looks so good. Yes.
So this is me just being ridiculous because this doesn't make any sense. Like the perspective distorts really weird because I'm using photography and stuff, but like I just thought it would be really fun to do.
Yeah.
There was some Scott Circlin's artwork.
And you got to throw some of my artwork in there too.
You got to give me some.
Oh, they have to give you the artwork. I thought you went off the internet and got it.
Oh, no. Here's a little submission form.
Oh, hang on. I got 5% battery. I'm not plugged in.
Oh, okay.
Should I plug it in? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got to grab the plug.
Right here with the pillars, that's like the extreme.
I love it, man. I love it.
Where you see like four layers of depth.
Yeah.
So this, if anybody's watching this and they want to cheat this and learn it, look up Disney multiplaning, and there's a video on the internet where like I didn't know this until I was like starting to study how to do this type of thing.
What is multiplaning?
So multiplaning is they have like a camera. I'll draw it so it'll be easier.
Wait, while you get that set up, let me grab my plug because it's gonna die. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So while we're waiting for Jim, if you guys haven't already, I don't know why I made it like that. This is a camera, not a light. Okay. If you haven't already, go watch my episode 1 of Indo-Exo on my YouTube channel. Just
yeah, it's really, really cool. Is that the intro one?
The intro one is episode 0. So episode 1 that just released today that's the first episode. So what I was saying is this camera.
Okay. So I'm guessing the frame, the shot that I use is going to have to be same height
as our normal shot, but just really long. The canvas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it really long because I want it to pan. It's gonna be the shot. Like, okay, so just to give you a feel while you're doing this, to give you a feel of what's gonna happen is, so we'll still go with our opening shot of the slam down on the. We haven't decided if we're gonna do the exterior yet. We might still do the exterior, but that's slam down.
I want to do the exterior because I want to have the old man muttering to himself on the bicycle, just to like set the mood of the town.
All right, we're gonna have to do a tutorial on that because I have to draw it. Hey, Scott's on and Chris Webb. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So that happens, and then there's a little bit of banter between Jock Bro and the girls, and there's like ha 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 ha, and then you hear a little bit of a voice, trailing off, and then it's a shot. It's almost like as if the camera went from Jock Bro and started panning this way, but not really. It's a separate shot, but you get to feel that you're going across the bar. You know what I mean? You're going across the bar to something, and then your destination is Wayne popping up in the foreground, and he's just sitting there listening to the whole thing and soaking it in, and then it'll cut back to them, and there's some more nonsense, and then there's a wrist grab part, and then madness occurs, and so deep. So, but that's the feel that will go.
I'm just gonna have Walt explain this instead of me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so this is him explaining it. But they have this camera set up, and it's basically like this. Like if this is your camera, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple shots of it. I'll pull these in.
And they're using those glass cells or their cells and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they have this giant camera, and it's got tracks on it, and so they draw on transparencies, and then they shoot. The camera can move laterally, or it can move up and down. And so, like on a bunch of these, you'll see.
So Cory, in theory, if a guy stuck his hand in front of the camera on those classic Disney movies, you'd see a hand right there. Like wow. Yeah.
So, and you can do all kinds of different things. Like they've got examples of
the field of
called multiplane.
Multiplane. I'm gonna look that up after we hang up because I'm sure there's some cool videos.
Yeah, well, there's a video. There's a video on YouTube. Let me see.
And Cory will post the link right here in the note.
I should.
He actually could.
This one. Let's see. Is this it? Now I'm gonna get in trouble.
You better not do that.
Hold on a sec.
We've already got so many lawsuits that we're trying to. Okay.
Is this gonna work? Yeah. Here's Walt explaining it. Thanks for explaining this, Walt. I'm gonna fast forward your video. So he just goes in. So he has different things. And then he's got the transparencies where they go in and they replace it on the background. But then later they started doing that. They started doing that on multiple planes. And that's all we're doing, except we're just doing it digitally. And so Z space is just distance from the camera. And so we just have these flat layers that you're drawing, and I separate them out in Z space, just like they used to physically do to get these shots.
Technically they should call it D space because Disney,
So then they get stuff like this, and you have, whatever. Except, I don't have to sit here, with a bad haircut and grill cream cranking a crank because I can, I just do it digitally.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so he's got the camera, and he can move it around. So each layer can move independently, or the layers can be fixed and the camera can move.
Yeah, that's so cool. That is, and those are all painted and everything. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, there's a reason that
as much as technology is incredible and it offers its own cool stuff, there's just something human, like ingrained in us, that when we see something done by hand, because it's the hard way. It's just kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like. Here's some examples. But yeah, most digital stuff is trying to be traditional stuff.
Yeah,
it's always been like that. So this is 1937 when they first did it. The spider web is different than the thing, and then they get just more and more elaborate as they go on. Like this one's crazy. You can tell. So Lady and the Tramp. but you can tell where they have to replace it because the perspective just breaks. But like that on the right is a different layer, and on the left is a different layer. And then they have on the back, right? But when they push in too far, you'll see a cross dissolve. Now, because we have a cross dissolve so that they could get to a different painting. So he's on a different layer inside of his apartment. So there's just a cutout of that.
Look, there's a cigarette butt. I can see it.
Oh yeah, used to smoke. And they were racist and all kinds of interesting things back then. Yeah, so there's a ton of these. Jungle Book and Aristocrats, and it's like the opening credits.
Oh no, sorry.
Opening credits of most Disney movies is like this, and like The Lion King was the one where they went nuts with it.
You know, funny. I kind of always thought they did it that way, but I've never seen that. I've never actually seen it, and they still used it in Little Mermaid and up till all that.
Oh yeah, well, and if you look even well into the 90s, like watch Rescuers Down Under was the one that blew my mind when I was a kid. So watch this.
Where are you getting all of these? Is this in that you got to post a link to that clip. I want to see that.
Okay. So look, it goes out of focus, right? And then we rack focus after he flies away. And then we fly past just tens of thousands of layers of flat flowers.
Isn't that computer though?
What's that?
That's not computer animation?
It's probably a combination of both, but it's 1990, so it's not like super computer animation, you know?
No, yeah.
These are all flat, just paintings. Anyway.
Yeah.
Beast.
These are straight up paintings right here. That looks beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, and the only thing that's really moving is the highlights in the water and a couple birds and stuff. Everything else is just the camera.
Yeah. Look at that.
So I think we can do some crazy thing like this in the establishing shot, but just make it like, instead of making it beautiful, make it ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it would still be impressive, and it like adds like
you can go to the spoke of a tire. What if we have the guy parked on a bike, just smoking a cigarette, and then the camera does something like that, goes through the spokes and up the sign or something like that.
Yeah. So anyway, Disney's been doing this for years. Where's The Lion King is
Disney? How do you spell that?
Dizneeeig.
Okay, got it.
So watch this. This one cracks me up because as the bird flies, the perspective changes, and they just pretend like it doesn't, and they just move the camera really fast. So the camera's looking top down, and then they just whip it up so that you don't notice the perspective change. So we go, hold on.
I don't notice the perspective change.
Okay, so we go top down, and then we just whip past that layer, like whatever, and then we're all at a normal like head-on shot now. So Pride Rock and the clouds and the bird are all they're three different layers, and the camera just follows the bird. Anyway.
That's awesome. I'm going to watch this.
Yeah. Hunchback. So, I mean, Hunchback and Beauty and the Beast and Hercules, they started to get into a little bit of computer stuff. But I don't know if they shot this with the camera, but it's still all the same idea. It's still all
the zoom in is amazing, too. Like, knowing that they did it that way, it's really cool. It's a cool effect. They do it really well.
Yeah, and this one's cool. Watch this in Mulan. Because you think of the Great Wall of China as a continuous piece. But then when you look at it, you can start to see the seams, right? And so like right here, the way that the reason that they did this like this, I wish I could draw on the screen right now. The reason they did this like this is you need this turret to block that curve.
Mm-hmm.
That turret can raise at a different speed than.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
They're just like, they're doing old Hanna-Barbera stuff where it's just like, we're just going to have things cover the stuff that we don't want to draw.
I like that.
And so this whole shot, like this is one layer, right? And then this is another layer, and you can see where the seams are, where they're just covering the stuff that they don't want to animate.
Yeah. In fact, I want to do a whole cartoon where it's like this. So anyways, we went to the shop, and I told her that we got to be there, but
lots of hand gestures.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's fun stuff.
That's awesome. I'm gonna check that out. That's inspiring.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway.
So I'm just gonna just give you lots of elements for the opening shot, and then I'll design it out, and then I'll give you some elements, and then you can go crazy with the camera and
let's take Atlantis as a thing. This is what I was imagining, right?
Yeah, totally.
A city street with the backdrop, and then people and cars passing in front as the camera slowly moves in between them.
Yeah,
like that car is just a.
Can we do a transition where the car goes by and it brings in the?
Sure.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
We could have it do like that cheesy stuff that they did in like the mid 90s with like Tim the Toolman Taylor, where like there's a hammer that comes in.
Yeah.
But anyway,
except it could be a beer bottle.
So
I like it, man. I like it.
I'm sure I'm going to get a copyright strike now that I just showed like 12 minutes of Disney stuff.
Oh yeah, can you get in trouble for that? I didn't even think about that.
I mean, technically it's commentary because
We're doing a reaction video.
There we go.
Wow, you see that? That was cool. I did react.
You did react. So anyway, that's all we're doing is that's what Z Space is.
Okay, so I got two shots to design. I got that, and I got the opening shot. I'm just making notes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll finish off this scene. I've got his two cronies flanking him. So I'll finish cleaning up their files in Photoshop. I'll just do them, and then if in the future you could just check for opacity problems.
Absolutely. And do the continuum under the underlayer so that the elbows. Yeah. Okay. And what about
if they're going to move their arms? If they're just going to kind of be there, we don't need to do full rigged puppets for.
No, I got you, because the people sitting at the bar, 80% of them aren't going to move, but there might be a guy who goes like this, or
right.
Something like, and then the bartender will be on a different layer. The bottles in the back, that's a layer. Broken guitar, that's another layer.
Hey, the guy who does this, do me a favor and make him wear a long sleeve black shirt or a jacket.
Yes. Okay.
It will save us both so much time.
We're going to have him wear plaid, intricate plaid.
Right, there we go. Nice. I just, anybody who watched that show that I posted, the characters wearing plaid, and I have him moving his hands towards the camera foreshortened. And I was like, why did I not think this through? He could have had a solid color shirt.
Kayla just says something here. It seems
Z Space always fascinates and confuses me.
Yes, me too, because it's new to me. Z stands for what the hell is going on here?
So if this were class and I was wearing a shirt and tie and I was Professor Kerr for the day, I would make everyone get up and act out X, Y, and Z. I make my classes do it physically.
Oh,
so
really?
I have them go, put your arms out to the side and move back and forth and say it with me now. This is X. And then we do up and down for Y. And then I have them do like lunges in Warrior 1 for Z. Just because it's so much easier when you're, instead of me just describing it, it's like, let's actually move in 3D space as we're talking about 3D space. And everybody seems to get it that way. Of course, Kayla's taking a class from me and still confuses her. So maybe I think they get it and they don't. I don't know.
Well, the minute I turn the computer off, I say, I hate Professor Kerr. He's so tough. Look at my notes. I made copious notes.
Yes.
All right, Cory. I'm excited. I'm still excited about it. This is hard, but it's every step is educational for me, because it also makes me miss the comfort of home, of my own style. So let the audience know, I probably have at least one more cartoon in my current style. left in me at least, and then I'll jump into After Effects. But I'm currently in the market for a new laptop for musical reasons, not for animation reasons. No, I mean, I could continue to do my animation as is.
Yeah.
But my iMac, which is what I did all of my music on, is finally, after 11 years, taking the final dive. And so that means I have to get a new computer. And when I get a new computer, I might as well jump into After Effects. It's time. It's 15 years in the making. And now I have Professor Kerr at my disposal.
So, yeah. And I mean, what year's your laptop that you're still using?
Let's go to about. I want to say 2000. It's 2000, and that's the operating system. Oh, here we go. It is. What would it be under? Display? No. Support? No. Service? No.
It's been a while since I've used a Mac, but would it be?
Overview. I thought it would be there. Here we go. It's 2012.
Okay.
Not.
Yeah.
My iMac is 2008 or something like that, or 2009. 2009, I think.
Yeah. So 8 years old. It's
hey, knock on wood.
Yeah.
My laptop, which I'm using right now, I'm fine. It's fine. I have never had problems with it. So that's why I'm saying I got a lot of life left in the laptop, but I don't want to start doing music on the laptop necessarily yet. I don't know. We'll see. If somebody wants to donate a brand new MacBook Pro, hit me up. We'll do it.
Right to the cause.
Yeah.
I've decided in 2021 to have a page on my website that if people want to support financially, I'm going to give them like some affiliate links to click on for Amazon and Audible and whatever. And if they just want to leave a tip, they can.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So
nice.
We'll see how annoying it gets.
Yeah.
I probably mention it that much. I might just do a little animation at the bottom of the screen or something.
Cory, one of the things, and I should probably ask you this instead of telling you this, but one of the things I'm hoping that you learn from this is even more so the glory of cheating in animation. The glory of, I mean, you have cheats, but your cheats are like to me, like the hardest work I do in something equals your cheat. You work really hard, like creating these things. There's no their shortcuts are really not shortcuts. They lessen this really complex. You've mastered it though, but you know.
Okay, I think it probably feels like that right now. So this is the slow climb uphill.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to crest that hill, and then we just whip downhill. You'll see how fast it goes after we get all the scenes and characters rigged.
Yeah.
Then it's just dialogue and a little bit of camera movement, and all of a sudden it's like done.
The good thing is it feels very hopeful. Like I don't feel lost. I don't feel like, oh, why are we doing this? Because every time I see something that you assemble, I'm excited about it. Like it's been that way the whole way through. So I haven't hit any walls yet, but I get it. Like I always say, the slingshot. No.
Like, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I still got to ask Jake if that's something he came up with and something.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So well, look at our 20 minutes again. Our 20 minutes in human time is an hour and 4 minutes in our time. So we probably should wrap it up. I am going to do some work on it tonight too. So okay, so hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, pretty soon you'll be seeing some actual like dialogue and things added in the scenes. And even as I edit it, I'll probably do some little sneak preview edits with music and stuff like that. But we have to have a few shots done for that. And like Cory said, the more elements that we're doing right now, the more shots we're going to be able to reassemble. And Cory's got the storyboard, so he kind of knows the placement of everything. Let me know what you need, Cory, as well. If you need like, even elements like glasses or beer signs or things that you want to slap all around or whatever, just let me know.
Yeah. So far I haven't needed anything that you haven't provided.
When I do have lights flickering on somebody, I'll include them. Like I did that with the background characters. They all have lights that are adjustable. And now, are you okay with it? I feel like I'm sending you a lot of layers. Are you okay with the organizational side of it?
The only thing that would be a little bit helpful on the layers portion is like I'm going in and I'm putting stuff in folders. And that just helps because when you put something in a folder in Photoshop, once you import it into After Effects,
so I can pre-assemble them into folders. I could put all of Kelly's stuff in one folder, all of Veronica's stuff in one. Oh, done. I never thought about that. That's fantastic. All right, yeah.
So that just makes it really easy. Like this one, I've got the head on one, and that way I don't have to go find those layers in After Effects and then put them in a composition. Okay. It does it for me on input.
Okay. Photoshop folders. Okay.
But yeah, everything else has been good other than the same problem that I've got. I don't know. I Googled it. I can't figure out how to get the opacity thing to work.
That's design on his pants,
Yeah, right. Being able to see through. It's double pants.
Double pants, McGee. Look at those notes. If a student would only take notes like this, the world would be a more educated place. I hope this is helping some of you just watch this process. I'm glad we took a time limit off of this because there's no way we started the eyes. Oh, Cory, I want to make these half an hour each, so they're just tight and right to the point. And there's no such thing. This is not how the creative mind works.
Well, also, our real intention for doing this was to show how professionals collaborate. Yeah. And sometimes you need what we're not showing is our text conversations where it's real quick. Hey, do you need this? Blah, blah, blah. It's like a 2-second back and forth.
What are you wearing? Yeah. I think we should have a snazzy opening where it's me and I go, he wants to do everything digital. And then you're like, this guy wants to do everything old-fashioned. And we're looking back to back like that.
We just end up with which side? This.
Yeah. Man.
Wrong side.
Now you're facing the same way I am. How'd that work? Oh, I have to be like this.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, there you go. You got to go to the middle so that we have the
compose. He wants to do everything.
All right. Yeah, cool. I think that's all I really need. The thing I'm really worried about is the fight scene.
No, don't worry, because you're talking to a lazy guy right here doesn't want to draw that much fight scene stuff. So don't worry. It's more of a confrontation than a fight. I am going to do that fat ripple though. We have to do that. I do want a shot where he just hits the body and it's like, and he's like, that's going to cause me to draw a lot of stuff though too. So I have to figure that out. But how about we just use the Disney multi-pane for everything?
Yeah, there we go.
Every shot has it, and it never goes to anything. It just keeps
it'll be like a Michael Bay movie where there's no reason for the crazy shots.
Or we could have 1 second, 0.1 second edits, and it could be like a Baz Luhrmann film. Edit, cut, straight, cut.
Look deep into the eyes of a chicken, and you will see true madness. That's not bad. No, that's not Baz Luhrmann. That's
no.
I forget the guy's name. Anyway, I don't know. It's late.
Somebody.
Nine? It's not late. Okay.
Oh, it's so late. It's almost 8 o'clock my time. It's super late.
I know.
It's bedtime.
I usually start this at 10 or 11, so it's usually 1 in the morning and I'm wrapping it up.
So Cory, if they subscribe to your YouTube channel and they hit the bell, hit the like.
Yes.
We don't know when we're going to do these, so just put the little bell thing on, and it tells you. Like my phone told me, Cory Kerr's going live, and sure enough, you get Cory Kerr's going live right there somewhere.
There you go. I even have a little animated butterfly to remind you.
There you go. Yeah, so do that and go check out my films at jimluhan.com after that.
You're faster than I am. There we go.
And that takes you straight to my YouTube page with all of my films, including Lars Lazarus. Go check out Lars Lazarus. It's got a whopping 200 views right now, but it's an hour long. So that's 200 hours of viewing pleasure for people.
There
right?
you go. Yeah, and you can check out my stuff at corykerr.com. And if you want to see what I'm up to, go to corykerr.com/online. And that will have the latest episode of EndoXO, which is the other animation I'm working on, other than Unchained Wing. And
I at some point this is what, episode 4 or 5?
4.
I will announce the title of this on episode 8. It's already been planned out already. So
okay. I like
it will be the title reveal for this short.
It doesn't seem like it, but we have the next 20 episodes of this totally mapped out. We know exactly what's going to happen, what we're going to talk about. We're actually reading off of a teleprompter right now.
All in here. All in here.
It's in the Unchained Bible. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So subscribe and hit the bell and whatever, so you know when we do this, because we don't know when we're doing it.
All right. If you could, if at some point it's possible, put a link, maybe a recurring link to Unchained Fist, so people can check that out, so they can see my crappy, wonderful animation and this awesome new level of animation that we're doing.
You know what I did, and I haven't really done anything with it, but I can put it on here, is I have a page like so. And this is just the Unchained page. So it's just the corykerr.com/chains. So we can put whatever we want here.
Yeah, we can put embed the file there somehow, or you know, the YouTube link, little player there, so they can watch the original.
Give me like a 2 or 3 sentence little write up about that. Say this is the source material that we're working on, and blah, blah, or something like that. And I'll just put that in on this page.
Very cool.
And so at some point in time, if you're watching this several days in the future, this page will not look like this. It will be designed well, and it'll have all the information you need about what's going on in all of the episodes instead of just the second episode. I'm not sure why it just has the second episode here, but
oh wow,
all the episodes are
how is that? Almost.
Yeah. So
very nice, very nice. So so hopefully you guys can work on your stuff and put this on in the background and go, wow, I'm doing this way better than these guys.
Yeah.
That's why we're here to inspire you. And Chris, aka Kit, or is it Chris Saka? Kit, aka. Very nice.
It works. I like lurkers. I like lurkers who comment a little bit better.
Lurkers work.
But so yeah. All right, man. We will catch you next time we need to meet. And everybody else, thanks for watching. Catch you later.
All right.